Namaste to all. In this short audio, we will understand Dvaita, Advaita, and Vishishtadvaita. These are the three major school of thoughts in the modern Hinduism on the Neo Vedanta, basically. So we have to understand the difference between these three school of thoughts and also between the Vedas. So I will try to explain in short. It is not so easily understandable. Very confusing concepts because man-made concepts are always confusing. Almighty God's Vedas are very simple and easy to understand. So I will explain to you. I think I have made several videos on the Vedanta, Neo Vedanta and Advaita. But simply in short, first of all, Advaita philosophy, it was told to us that it was founded by Adi Shankaracharya, and our Adi Shankaracharya spreaded the Advaita philosophy, which is totally wrong. If we read the book The Light of Truth, we will understand Adi Shankaracharya was a very great philosopher of Vedas. He in fact took the bold step of spreading the Vedas knowledge or re-spreading the Vedas knowledge, because at one point of time the Indians, the full Indian population was almost to 60 to 70% were Buddhist and Jains people. So Adi Shankaracharya took the bold step to spread the Vedas knowledge. So Adi Shankaracharya could have never founded this Advaita philosophy, but after he was killed, and how he was killed also is mentioned very clearly in the book Light of Truth by Maharishi Dhanand Saraswati. So after he was killed, the disciples of Adi Shankaracharya, they started spreading the Advaita Vedanta in the name of Adi Shankaracharya, whereas Adi Shankaracharya was a philosopher of Vedas. In short, Advaita or Dwaita or Vishishtadvaita are totally opposite to Vedas. So what Advaita says, to understand in one line, is Advaita says Dvait means two, Advait means not to one. So this universe, whatever we see outside, there are no two realities. There is only one reality, and that is Almighty God. We are seeing two things. We are seeing the real world because we are in illusion. In fact, this world itself is Almighty God only. The moment we realize, we attain self-realization. For a Mukta Purusha, this world does not exist, because this world is a Maya, and this world itself is Brahman. Everything is Brahman only. We are unable to see the Brahman because we are in Maya. The moment we realize ourselves to be Almighty God, the world will not exist for us. This is in short is the concept of Advaita, the Neo Vedanta Advaita. And of course, this is fully contradicting the Vedas, as we know that Almighty God says in Vedas very clearly, this universe is created by Almighty God for the Jivatmas, for the souls, to undergo the result of their previous Janma deeds. So this world is this world is created by Almighty God. Of course, the world will be destroyed. One which gets created will get destroyed, but the world is a creation of Almighty God. And Almighty God does not convert himself to the world, or the world is not Almighty God. This is not, Vedas do not say like this. Vedas very clearly says Almighty God creates this universe from the non-alive eternal matter called as Prakriti. So from Prakriti, Almighty God creates the world, and we souls, we live inside our body. We utilize the resources created by Almighty God to do our karmas, to do our bhakti, or to do our anti-Vedic deeds. So this is the difference between the Advaita and the Vedas, number one. Number two, the Dwaita. Dwaita philosophy is popularized, or let's say founded by Madhavacharya. So Dwaita believes in two eternal entities, or let's say two entities. One is the eternal Paramatma, which Madhavacharya calls as Vishnu, because Madhavacharya believes that Vedas speak about the Almighty God Vishnu or Narayana. In fact, Vishnu, it's part of Vaishnavism, so they speak about Vishnu only, which is totally wrong. Vishnu is one of the name of Almighty God. It is mentioned in Rig Veda, Yajurveda also. Vishnu means Vishlari Vyaptau Vishnuhu. That Almighty God, because of his quality of being omnipresent inside the world, the name of Almighty God is Vishnu as per Vedas. Vishnu is not a separate person who is sleeping in the river, in the snake bed, etc. So Madhavacharya also believed in the Saguna and the formful Almighty God. So that Almighty God can take several avatars, he takes the form, etc. And Dvaita philosophy believes that apart from the Almighty God, there is also the souls. The souls are eternally dependent on the Almighty God, and not only soul, also this universe. Everything in this universe has to be dependent on that supreme power, which is the Vishnu. So the concept of worship also in the Dvaita is basically the idol worship or the Murti worship or the temple worship, which is totally against the Vedas knowledge. As you know, Vedas again speak about three eternal entities. One is Jivatma, one is Paramatma, the other one is the Prakriti, from which this universe was created by Almighty God. And Almighty God clearly says in the Vedas, Aja Eka Padaha. Ja means Janma, Aja means Ajanma. Almighty God never take avatar. Almighty God never takes birth. Almighty God does not have a form. He is formless. Saparegat Shukram Akayam. Akayam means without body. He is devoid of nervous system. He does not come into birth and death. Yoga Shastra says, Purusha Vishesha Ishwaraha. So God does not enter into the cycle of birth and death or into the clause of the karma. God does not face the result of any karmas. That is why Purusha Vishesha Ishwaraha. Almighty God, there is two. One is Purush, other one is Ishwar. The Almighty God is not the normal soul. Almighty God is Vishesh, He is supreme soul. So this is what Vedas and the Darshana says about Almighty God. So which is fully contradicting the Dvaita philosophy. Also Dvaita speaks about the Avatarvad and Murti Puja, etc., which is totally anti-Vedic. The third one is Vishishtadvaita, which speaks about three entities, but which is little bit tallying with Vedas, but the difference is the three entities are Jivatma, Paramatma and the souls. But what Vishishtadvaita says is the souls and the world are the body of Almighty God. So it again speaks about the Almighty God alone, but it says that the souls and the universe are the body of Almighty God. So here also there is a clear contradiction which is not tallying with the Vedas, because Rigveda 10th Mandal 129th Sukta very clearly says that Almighty God creates this universe out of the eternal non-alive matter called as Prakriti, which is mentioned in the third mantra in the 129th Sukta, which is called as Abu in the mantra. And also the Vishishtadvaita speaks about that Vedas tell only about Vishnu or Narayana. So Narayana is the supreme power, and everything in this universe is the body of the Narayana or the body of the Vishnu, which is totally false. Again, Almighty God does not have a body. And also Vishishtadvaita speaks about the Avatarvad. By doing the Bhakti we can attain the moksha, and we can live with Almighty God in the Vaikunta, or the place where Almighty God resides. That is what in short Vishishtadvaita says. But also the Bhakti does not very clearly speaks about the Bhakti which is mentioned in the Vedas. Bhaj Sevayam. The Bhakti word we have to understand in Sanskrit, Bhaj Dhatu, Bhaj Sevayam. By doing Yajna means serving the Acharya of Vedas who has attained the Samadhi, and learning the Vedas from the Acharya is also the main component of Bhakti. Doing everyday Yajna is the Bhakti. Doing everyday name jap or the Naam Simran of Almighty God as per the Vedas is also the Bhakti. And then serving the elders, serving the nation, serving Acharyas, serving the poor, etc., donating to the needy people, all these things come into the Bhakti basically as per the Vedic definitions, which is very clearly mentioned in the Vedas. So Vishishtadvaita also very clearly contradict to the Vedas, although it speaks about three entities, but it tells that the other two entities are the body of the Almighty God. So these are the there are so many other concepts. Each and every philosophy, like example Advaita, if somebody says Tattvamasi, the Vedantis of the Advaita philosophy school of thought will tell a different meaning of Tattvamasi. The Vishishtadvaitis will tell a separate meaning of Tattvamasi, and Dwaita will say another meaning. So they will take the same sentence of Upanishad and say that, try to prove that everyone, this is indicating to my school of thought, this is indicating to my school of thought, whereas each and every one does not understand the basic philosophy of Vedas. So all these three schools of thoughts, which is Vishishtadvaita, Dvaita and Advaita, are totally not matching with the Vedas. So we have to always stick to the roots. We have to always try to search for the truth. It is not that I am condemning this. It's not about condemnation. It's about quest. The moment we understand the truth is not in a concept, then we have to leave that. The moment, of course, I was born in a Advaita family. We believe in Adi Shankaracharya. Even many of my family members are ardent followers of the Shankara Mat, etc. The moment I started understanding the Vedic philosophy, then I know that there is something which is wrong in Advaita, which speaks that everything is God. So then it is by nature of the quest or the nature of the thirst of a human being, we have to go to the Vedas. Because Vedas are the ultimate reality, because it is emanating from Almighty God. Whenever the universe gets created, Almighty God emanates the Vedas knowledge only. No other knowledge will come. And also, Vedanta does not mean end portion of Vedas. Many people understand Vedanta, Ant means end, Vedanta means end portion of Vedas. It is totally wrong. Vedanta Shastra written by Vyas Muni does not speak about end portion of Vedas. Vedanta means essence of Vedas. Vedanta Shastra or Brahma Sutra written by Vyas Muni is a totally Vedic book. 100% tallies with the Vedas knowledge, because Vedanta Shastra speaks about three eternal truths, which is Almighty God, souls and Prakriti. And never a soul can merge in the Almighty God. This is the Vedic concept. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.